Hello students, in this particular audio presentation I will stanza wise explain the poem and side by side information about Walt Whitman and information about this poem, that is the voice of the rain, will be given to you. First important thing is that we have to know something about Walt Whitman also. So I have created a sort of a box, kindly see it. Name is Walt Whitman. Born, it is written 31st May 1819, and he was born in New York in United States. He died 26th March 1892, that was also in United States. Famous poem Leaves of Grass, it's a collection of poems, and this poem is there in that collection of poems, that is Leaves of Grass. Then Song of Myself and the patriotic poem, very famous Walt Whitman for this poem, O Captain, My Captain. Now he received many awards because of his poems also. Now I am moving on to the central idea, though I discussed the central idea, but in brief I want to discuss the central idea once again. The poem The Voice of the Rain by Walt Whitman signifies the eternal role. Eternal means something that is never ending. Another meaning of eternal is everlasting. So, eternal role that the rain plays in nurturing, quenching, and purifying the various elements of earth. Very, very important this part. Function of rain. It helps in nurturing. It helps in quenching of the thirst, we can say, of the parched earth, parched, P-A-R-C-H-E-D, that means dry, and also purifying the various elements of earth. The rain returns the favor to its place of origin, that is, the place from where the rain evolved or originated, that is the earth and the bottom bed of the ocean or the sea. So I repeat, the rain returns its favor to its place of origin from where it rises unseen. There lies the concept of intangible, unseen, from the depths of the water and from the land. The rain itself is explaining to the reader, and obviously the rain and the poet is having a conversation, and the rain expounded, or rather to say explained, everything about its origin to the poet and the function it performs in a divine manner each and every time, that is to purify, beautify, and nurture the elements of earth or the elements of the world. So I continue. The rain itself is explaining to the reader about its origin, work, and its cyclic movement. A comparison has also been drawn between rain and music, as both of them make the world more lively. Just like the rain, the music also has the power inside it to make the world lively and return to their place of origin after fulfilling their purpose. Just like the rain returns to the earth finally, here also the beautiful music, after enthralling and providing love, solace, and peace to the listeners and the audience, returns back to the composer. So that was the main bottom line or the gist of the poem, The Voice of the Rain. Now let me come to the stanza wise explanation, and side by side the meanings also I will explain. So the first stanza, it goes like this. Conversation between the rain and the poet. By this time it is clear to every one of you. So let me discuss. And who art thou? Said I to the soft falling shower, which, strange to tell, gave me an answer, as here translated. So the poet translated the answer given by the rain. I am the poem of earth, and as you know, poem means song here, as many times Walt Whitman himself referred to poem as songs. I am the poem of earth, said the voice of the rain. So the thing that is noticeable here, some meanings, like thou means you, and soft falling means dropping softly, and shower actually is raindrops when they fall continuously on earth, that is soft falling shower. So these are some of the meanings that you have to note. Now in terms of explanation, it goes like this. The poem begins with the poet asking for the identity of the soft falling rain shower. That means the poet actually asked a question to the soft falling shower that was related to its origin. Identity, it is synonymous with origin of the rain. Much to the surprise of the poet, the rain replies to his question, which the poet translates for his readers. The rain, in its own voice, tells the poet that she is the poem, and I already told you, dear students, rain is the feminine gender here. She is the poem of this earth. The rain is trying to say that as music or poetry gives pleasure to human beings, the rain gives happiness to Mother Earth. Again, the comparison between the rain and the music. Just like music provides enthralling excitement, as music provides refreshment to its audiences, in the same way, the rain provides happiness to Mother Earth. Now I am moving on to stanza number 2. Eternal I rise, impalpable, that is something that cannot be touched, that cannot be felt by touching, or something you can only imagine, but it remains untouched. So I continue. Eternal I rise, out of the land and the bottomless sea, upward to heaven, hence vaguely formed, altogether changed and yet the same, formation of various forms of clouds, but the core shape remains the same. I already discussed when I discussed the analysis part in my audio lecture. Listen to that what I am trying to say already I mentioned there. So now some of the meanings, as you know, very important. First one is eternal, something related with everlasting. Impalpable, I already told you, unable to be felt by touching, that remains untouched, that cannot be touched, you can use that meaning also. Bottomless means very deep. Upward, towards a higher level, that is the meaning of upward. Hence means from where, and vaguely means unclearly, not distinctly, unclearly, in a bit hazy way, hazy manner. And formed means made into a specific shape or form, that is the meaning of formed. I told you with the formation of clouds, and remember, if you see very closely, you will find that clouds are of various shapes and sizes. So now the explanation goes in this way. The poet says that the rain is an eternal process, but it takes different forms at different times. Very important, this one. The entire mechanism is an eternal process, but it means the rain, it takes different forms at different times. It rises from the land and the deep sea in the form of intangible water vapor. It rises from the land and the deepest bed of the ocean in the form of intangible water vapor, and goes up to the sky, and finally it moves up to the sky. That is the entire mechanism of water formation, and finally descending as raindrops. That can be heavy rain or torrential rain, or that can be as a soft falling shower also. there it takes an indistinct shape in the form of clouds. Indistinct means each form of clouds is different from the other. It is not of distinct shape, it is of different shapes, and there lies the concept of indistinct shape. Although it changes in its form or shape, its core matter remains the same. I already told you when I introduced this poem. I told in my previous audio presentation also, the core matter remains the same, though it forms into various indistinct shapes of clouds. Though it forms into various indistinct shapes and forms of clouds, but the core matter, it remains the same. All the time, the core matter remains the same. So I repeat, although it changes its form or shape, its core matter remains the same. Since vapor and clouds contain water, they can get transformed into the other. The words impalpable and eternal. Impalpable and eternal, these are the two strongest words. Impalpable, that cannot be felt or touched. Eternal means something that is everlasting. Indicate that nature is not fully understood, and some part of it always remains beyond our reach. It means impalpable and eternal. These two words indicate that nature, every part or every aspect of nature is beyond our human imagination, beyond our thought process, and some part of it always remains in mystery, that is beyond our reach, that is beyond our thinking ability. So dear students, I stop in this audio presentation up to stanza number 2. In my next audio presentation, I will discuss the remaining stanzas from this poem, The Voice of the Rain. Till then, you listen to this video, to this audio presentation, and if there is any doubt, any problem, kindly let me know. Thank you, students. Thank you all.